And this is quite literally the soul of misogyny incarnate. I have had to block all numbers from a local service, all of them, and I will continually block any more they try and contact me on, because I've told them repeatedly again and again that there's an issue and that there's action being taken over that issue externally, and they keep just going off half-cocked and doing whatever and listening to whoever. It's resulting in like an escalating legal situation where I'm having to take various actions to correct it. Absolute nightmare. But I mean, this is the soul of misogyny, right? I'm female, I'm saying there's a problem here, and they're going, yeah, we know you think that. I'm like, that's nice that you know I think that. I said it, of course you know I think that. You're not deaf. Could you stop acting that way? No, we're going to do whatever we imagine to be right. And I'm like, oh, that's nice that you work based on imagination. Could we focus on reality? Someone else said something imaginary, we believe it, and now we're imagining things. And it's like, it's very trying and very tedious. I've not to date sworn or threatened any of them. I'm getting close because, good Lord. But how dreadful is that? You know, you're trying to deal with a local service, you're trying to do it in a civil way, there's some issue you're trying to resolve, and what's the response? We know you think that, we know you remember it that way, we know you believe that's true, they say. Fully gaslighting the whole time. Fully. And then when I point that out, they go, no, we're not. They are. They absolutely are gaslighting. Horrendous. It's the joys of just being a disabled person in the UK, particularly when you've been made that way via other people's behaviour. You know, I didn't do this to myself. But, generally horrific. The worst thing is a lot of them are women, so like they should know better, but of course they don't, because they're working for a local service, they're a bit power happy and, if you like, punch drunk. They wander around convinced they're doing good, but pay no attention and do only damage because of that. It's a horrific thing to have to deal with people who are so incapable of absorbing English. You know, I say, here is problem, outlined clearly. They go, oh, problem, you say problem, oh, that means you're mad, yeah. I mean, I imagine some stuff, and what you said doesn't agree with what's in my head, and like, that means you're crazy. Also, I definitely believe the thing based on nothing, and the things you've told me aren't a good idea to listen to. Genuinely exhausting, genuinely ridiculous. You know, I made a video pointing out it's actually pretty miserable being bright, and that's one of the reasons why. I'll say something in it, to me, is a very straightforward way, and they go, lots of words, wall of text, many emails, so confused. And I'm like, why aren't you in a home then? You know, if you can't read English, why are you working in England doing any kind of job that involves English or reading? Yeah, it's infuriating. I hate being surrounded